Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. We only have a couple things left to wrap up on the jury. Stick around. Alright, so last time you guys were with us, we wrapped up all of the controls, the handlebars, all that stuff, foot pegs, brakes, shifter, kicker, all that stuff. And now we are moving on to just a few little things left on this bike. So today we're titling this episode Pipes and Lights. So we're gonna get a set of exhaust up on here, gonna get a headlight and a tail light with a tag mount, all mounted up on the jury so that we only have the carburetors, plumbing, and kick-starting left after this video. So super stoked. Let's get busy. Let's go grab some pipes. So as you can tell, we have a bunch of old crusty pipes laying around the shop. So we're just gonna grab up a cool set of up sweeps. So that basically means the exhaust is gonna come out the front of the bike, come down the side, and then kind of have a slight kick up as it comes towards the back. Pretty cool little option. Seen it on a lot of bikes back in the 50s and 60s, so I figured with this bike, why not? Let's make it happen. And we're gonna dig these out and put them up on there right now. Let's do it. Test fitted on there, just kind of held in place a little bit, put the jack underneath there to hold it to keep it from sagging, but we're trying to figure out where we're going to mount our rear section to have a good brace for this muffler hanging out back. Well, just so happens that these mufflers on the back side of them have a stud with a nut on it, so we could use that as a mounting point, which that's what it was designed as. And right below our rear foot peg, there is another little lug on the frame that would be a perfect mounting point, leaving us about 3 inches to connect the two together. And I just happen to have this piece of exhaust mounting strap that come with some other mufflers I had. So we're gonna take this, gonna mount it to the muffler, rotate it around, figure out what our distance needs to be to that hole in the frame, mark that hole, punch it, drill it, and then cut it off, and then hopefully we have enough of this strap left for the other side. So let's get to measuring. Tabs all nice and finished, and grab some bolts obviously to hold those tabs to the frame so we can get that rear section. Now where that muffler goes onto the front header pipe, we need to have a clamp there, so I dug through my parts and I found a couple clamps that we can secure those nice and tight right there. And then lastly, we need to figure out something for that front mount. There's a little tab that comes off the front of exhaust. Probably just gonna put a piece of strap there. All right, let's get that clamp on and then go ahead and get that rear muffler tab on, and then we can figure out the front. Let's get to work. All right, got that exhaust nice and tight. However, we still want to make sure that it's good. So we're gonna do a strap up there at the front, and I found a piece of 3/4 inch strap steel. But one important thing to note is make sure that when you're running your exhaust is that it is not touching anything metal, because it'll make a vibration and it'll make rattling sounds as you ride. So we made sure we're clear all the way through the end. Now we just need to make these tabs for the front. And we got the pipes done. They look killer on there if you ask me. Tell you what else looks killer is the Weems Motor Co. shirts. If you haven't snagged yourself one up, make sure you go over to Weems Motor Co. and check them out. Now, moving on, after we got the pipes, now it's time for lights. And I've got something special stuck away in the cabinet. Let's go grab it. Going way back in time, all the way back to 2011, I built my very first pre-unit Triumph. That motorcycle being titled Simples. It was featured in Greasy Culture issue number 33, and it featured one of these lights on there. Now, this light in particular, this is a marker light from a 1964 Pontiac Grand Prix. Yes, a car. And I had to buy a complete grill to get one of these lights. Well, when you buy a complete grill, you actually get two of these, one for each side. So, been hanging on to this for a long time for the right project. And you know what? I no longer have Simples. It's in a private collection in California, and now I have this motorcycle, and I'm like, man, I could throw this other light on there and just kind of have that memory of having Simples back in the day. So we got a headlight. I also dug out an original Bates headlight mount that we can throw on there. So we got a little headlight. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do for a tail light. So in that same cabinet that headlight came out of, I have this super cool axle mount tail light with this Early Drag Specialties night light. Now, these things are fetching pretty good money in Japan. We won't talk about how much, but it's quite impressive how much they're fetching. But we got a tag mount, mounts right up on the axle. We can throw that right onto the side of that and have a tail light and a headlight, and that's all you need. You don't need blinkers, you don't need a horn. If you want a horn, just go get a squeaker horn to throw on there. We're gonna get this going, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I'm going to wire this up right now. The wiring that we are using on the Jury is a super simple setup made of 4 components, first being a battery where the negative grounds to the frame, the positive runs to an on and off switch. From the on side of the switch, you run a wire to your headlight, and then you will be running a separate wire from that switch down to your tail light, and that'll provide power. The housings on both lights are the grounds, and you will have lights. So, super simple chopper wiring. Now, this is what we call a total loss wiring system, which means you're just pulling from the battery. There's no recharging in it. Not a big deal. The ignition on this motorcycle runs off of a magneto, and you don't need a battery for the motorcycle to run. You just need a battery for the lighting and the accessories, things like horns, blinkers, which we are not putting on this bike. So, scrounged through, found some cool old cloth wiring. We have a switch, a couple LEDs, all the connectors, some shrink tube, and we found this old 12-volt battery. I pulled this off of a chopper some time ago, but this is like what you would use for a security system in your home or emergency exit light. It is a 12-volt, 5-amp-hour battery, so it's going to have more than enough to pull off of these LED lights. So, super easy. You've seen how wired up. Now we're just going to jump on the bike and do it. I'm gonna wrap things up for today because I gotta run over to the storage unit and grab a battery box. I do have a battery tray that we can mount right here, but I gotta figure out some sort of mounting since we don't have a primary cover. Then we can figure out our switch. I figured to lay it out just like we did on the Judge. And we got a crusty old Superior battery cover. Pretty sure I got a pillion seat over at the storage unit too, so I'm gonna make a run to the storage unit. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, so here we are, next day. I went ahead and took the time to save you guys some time on this video and made the tab for the brake battery carrier. Nothing more than just a piece of strap steel that goes across, bends up, and bolts into the back of the oil tank. So we got that all mounted up, and we made that trip over to the storage unit and found this old Lucas style battery carrier. Now it's nothing more than just a rubber box that we could put that battery inside of. We'll have to brace it up a little bit, use some foam and things to hold it tightly, but that just simply sets up inside there, have the battery inside of it, and then we can put our crusty old cover on there. But before we get to that crusty cover, we will talk about a new cool cover that you guys could possibly get. Went ahead and knocked out a little tab that we're gonna mount up there on that one bolt that holds the battery carrier for the switch. So basically we're all set up and we just need to run 2 wires from the battery, one going to the ground, one from the positive side going to the switch, and then from the switch those 2 wires that we have coming from the tail light and the headlight, and that should give us the power we need to light up the world on the Jury. All right, enough talking. Let's fire up the soldering gun. Let's get some connectors and let's get this thing hooked up. We are all wired up, and the final thing to do before we hit that switch and show you guys these lights is to put our battery cover on there. Now this one is a crusty old Superior original battery cover that literally just slides over the top of that rubber battery carrier. We're using all old crusty parts on the Jury, but if you have a custom motorcycle and you are looking for something cool like that for you, over at Weems Motor Co, we have our replicas of the original Superior battery covers. Now these are made out of stainless steel. You can get them in polish just like this, or you can also get them in raw finish, which is a sanded finish if you wanted to paint them and put them on your motorcycle. They are a direct fit for any motorcycle that utilizes the early Lucas style battery like this on the rigid frames, or if you have a custom application, you can make them work like we did on Jack's bike. So go check them out at Weems Motor Co. While you're over there at least looking at them. Grab up a t-shirt, grab up some stickers, support what we got going on here. Now let's get this battery cover on and let's hit the switch. And there you have it, folks. We have lights. Super simple wiring for a cool old chopper we have titled the Jury. Didn't spend a dime doing this, so super stoked about that. Staying right on project. The only thing we have left on this motorcycle to do is to throw some carburetors on there, run some fuel lines, run some oil lines, and then we will be ready to fire this thing up. So that's coming up in the next episode. Make sure that you are following along as we do this whole project. We thank you guys for all of your support as always over at Weems Motor Co. for buying all the cool stuff and for simply jumping down and liking the videos. It tells us a lot. So what I want you to do before we wrap this up, I want you to jump down in the comments, and right now we are going to ask you, let us know what motorcycle you ride. Is it a new one? Is it an old one? Is it British? Is it American? Is it Japanese? Is it European? What do you ride? We want to know. We want to check out what you guys have going on at your places as you guys check out what we have going on here at Weems Motor Co. With that, we thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new around here, jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.